Hello my friend, thanks for coming and check this video. And today video we're gonna talking about how to make a one zoom transition. And it's really easy to make it, but a little bit has a trick, and we use some of the filter, but you can use your own talent and customize it for yourself. Before waste the time, let's get started. Now we're gonna go in for the project setup. We are on the 4K, but it's completely up to you. Depend on what you what project site that you work with. Choose that one. We are on the 4K and the 60 frame per second, and on the duration of the 1 second. Now we're gonna go in for the basic thing. We're gonna go in for the choose the, as you can see here on the transition, we have a one transition A, that is our footage on the left hand side, and the transition B is a footage that is on the right hand side. We're gonna put a transition on it to kind of make a join together and make it more professional. And it's I'm gonna go in for some of the setup. We're talking about how to make a transition, some of the transition before that, and this is second class for the transition. I'm gonna go in for the transition A, choose the transition A, or that is kind of the footage on the left hand side, and I'm gonna go into the end of the timeline and press the O. It's gonna be extended all the timeline to the end. And for B, we're gonna start with the beginning. We press the choose our transition B and press I to come in at the beginning of the timeline. Now we're gonna go in for the add something on it. When the when the group is being selected, we're gonna go in for the blur filter, blur, and you can choose whatever you like, but I'll use a Gaussian blur. Is you can put it whatever you like, right? It's completely up to you. I can use a zoom blur as well too. It's completely up to you which one you use it. Pretty much same job, but I'm gonna go in for the zoom blur for now. For now, we're gonna go in for the zoom blur, and I'm gonna keyframe the zoom blur on here. Then when the first one is started, I'm gonna go in for we are on the 60th frame, and it's gonna cut 1 second, and I'm gonna go in for the zoom on the sort of the here amount. I'm gonna go in for put a keyframe at the beginning 0. I'm gonna go in for the 30 second of the timeline. You can put a 30 keyframe on here, and go into the sort of the maximum, sort of the whatever you like. Actually, is completely up to you. What's your zoom would you like to be? As you can see here, the zoom is been starting here, and next one we're gonna zoom it out. We're gonna go into the end of the timeline, and I'm gonna go in for the back to the 0 again. As you can see here, we have a one zoom like that, right? And next step for us, because we need to zoom in for the A and zoom out as a B transition is coming. Now we're gonna go in for choose our transition A, going to the beginning of the timeline, And we're gonna go in for the properties, opacity. I just want to keyframe it here, and going back to here, put it as a 0. As you can see here, that's pretty nice, right? As you can, one keyframe has been changed as that is our zoom blur. Simple zoom blur, but we're gonna customize it on the different thing, right? Just want to go in for the sum of the, give you the sum of the idea, how to use it, how to like customize it with the, add some more filter and the some kind of the, the some kind of the keyframe. We can customize the zoom blur, zoom transition with the, like some of the really simple step, right? Before we're gonna go in for the next step, I'm gonna go in for the keyframe that we make it before, and I'm gonna a little bit change it, right? Show keyframe, because we don't want to like that, because it's really boring, I reckon, for everyone. We're gonna go in for the show keyframe on the here, and it's gonna pops up at here. I'm just gonna go and drag them all, and I'm gonna go in for the bezier, and I'm gonna go in for the break tangent, and this one is same. Here I'm gonna go in for the break tangent, break tangent, and break tangent, and I'm gonna drag this one here, and I'm gonna drag this one here as well, sort of the here a little bit. Have the now when you look at that, it's completely different. But before I'm gonna go in for the drag the sum of the, doesn't really matter, but I just want to drag the couple of the texture on here to understand a little bit more. I'm gonna drag the one of them on the transition A and another one on the transition B. It's to sort of to understand it, what we are talking about. I reckon that one is much more better. As you can see here, we're much more better under here. And I'm gonna go in for the opacity, and I'm gonna do the same thing too for the show keyframe. I'm gonna turn off the old one, and I'm gonna drag them all, and bezier and the break tangent. But this one, I'm gonna just drag this one here, not the right one, just left one. And I'm gonna go in for the next step, add the sum of the thing, some of the funny thing. You can keyframe, like a keyframe is magic. Even you can do a lot of things with that one keyframe, on the position, rotation, scale, everything. That is completely up to you, right? What's your customize that you want to make it under this one. We're gonna do it. I'm just gonna do the sum of them for you, but it's up to you what you want to do, because I'll just give you the way to how to make it, but it's completely up to you and your talent how to make it those one as a really good zoom transition. And I just want to go in for the choose our transition A, and I'm gonna go into the filter and distortion. Those one on the list is really cool stuff to use it, right? And the keyframe it for the zoom transition. One of the things that is I really like it, just going for the bulge, right? And I'm gonna this one is really good for the keyframe. As you can see here, we have one zoom as well. We can add like a one bulge as well too, right? And just want to go in for a keyframe at the beginning and the 0, and I'm gonna go in for the like kind of here, and I'm gonna put it like a 2000 something, and it's gonna be a really good and nice for us. And you can download all of those transition that I made it. A link in the description. I'll leave a link in the description. Feel free to download them all. And I'm gonna go in for the sum of more for you. I just wanna go in for the save them to the and save as save, and I'm gonna make it the tutorial, and I'm gonna go into the zoom one, publish it for you, and I'm gonna delete those one, and I'm gonna go in for the distortion again, and I'm gonna go in for the this wrap. That's really nice animation too, and you can keyframe it on the beginning as a 0, and just want to go in for the like kind of here. Don't put it much actually, because it's gonna be really sensitive. Just really low actually. That is, I'm gonna go in for the a little bit high. That's give us the really nice animation. I'm gonna save this one as well for you. Zoom 2. And just want to go into the tutorial, publish it, and just delete that one as well. The next one that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to keyframe it, right? I just want to keyframe this one as a, when the like a zoom in is kind of the going to the left as well, right? And I'm going to keyframe it on the X position, but it's completely up to you. You want to go for the Y, and X and Y is completely up to you. I'm not going to go for the X, and I'm going to go for the sort of the here, and I'm going to push it all the way back out, right? To the going out of the canvas. Or you can put it more than 3840 to go into the out of the canvas, but as you can see here, we don't have a really good now, because we need to keyframe it this the like a transition B back to here as well, but we don't want to like that, because we need to put it going all the way to here. Just want to keyframe it until to end. That's exactly keyframe is coming up, and then going to the like a transition B. And the transition B need to follow the transition A, right? I'm gonna you have a two option for this one. Use a one behavior or keyframe it. I just want to go in for the one keyframe. And also I'm gonna tell you how to use the behavior in the at the end. And I'm gonna go in for the transition B and keyframe it from the 3802, 3840. Sorry, is I put it on the Y. I just want to put it on the 0 and the 3840. And as you can see here, we have it like a kind of the here, but we need to all the way is coming inside. You know, the like a, we can keyframe it this one at the transition B at the 0 and the here, right? And when we come in here, we're gonna go in for the 0. A little bit at the black in here. We're gonna fix this one because we need to just want to go a little bit change the keyframe to match with the here. The problem is because transition A, the start endpoint should be 300 minus 3840. That is gonna be fixed. And you can download. I just want to quickly save this one as well. Zoom 3. And learn something. As you know, this plugin on the third-party seller is around the $80, but you can make it easy by yourself. And it's not really very big deal. Just need your talent and customize your own with the filter and the keyframe. And I hope so that is added value to you. If you want, you can download those projects that I make it in the tutorial, link in the description. And you can download them free in my Discord channel, plus a lot of more projects as well. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time, guys.